promise to the people is on July 20th, Mike will be put to sleep and he will feel my power, and I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep for the last time.
Literally had to pay them a lot of money for no reason. And I'm like, it just pisses me off.
Jake Paul is in a critical condition after receiving a powerful punch to the face from Mike Tyson. Contrary to expectations, this incident did not occur during the scheduled fight on July 20th. Instead, it unfolded at a press conference in Dallas where Jake Paul made an inappropriate remark to Tyson, stating, "I'll bury you next to your daughter." This provocation led to an immediate and severe reaction from Tyson, despite Paul's belief that he could simply walk away unscathed. The outcome was quite the opposite. The punch has not only left Paul physically incapacitated, but has also significantly impacted his confidence and pride. Before delving into the extent of Jake Paul's current condition, it is essential to understand the context that led to Tyson's uncharacteristic response. The heated press conference at Madison Square Garden on May 20th, 2024 is an event the boxing world will long remember. Originally intended to promote the highly anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson scheduled for July 20th, 2024, the event quickly went off the rails. From the outset, it was evident that this would not be a typical session of trash talk. Jake Paul, known for his provocative nature, escalated the tension to unprecedented levels. The atmosphere was charged, and Jake's words were aimed to wound deeply. He began with a bold promise, far surpassing mere trash talk. The room buzzed with anticipation, but Jake did not stop there. He targeted Tyson personally, making deeply offensive remarks about Tyson's family and his late trainer, Q's D'Amato. Jake crossed a significant line when he declared, "D'Amato's legacy is overrated. He couldn't even protect his own. And look where you are now, Mike. Wasn't he supposed to make you invincible?" The room fell silent as Tyson's face contorted with rage. Jake Paul's words didn't just sting, they reopened old wounds. The atmosphere was now intensely charged. Jake continued to provoke Tyson, even mocking Tyson's deceased child. This attack crossed all boundaries, and everyone in the room sensed the shift. The air was electric with tension, and it was clear that something significant was about to happen. Jake taunted, "Even your own blood couldn't survive your shadow, Mike. What kind of father does that make you?" Then it happened. Tyson's reaction was immediate and explosive. The anger and pain in his eyes were unmistakable. The room, filled with media and spectators, held its collective breath. To say that Jake can't see out of one eye or speak with his injured jaw might leave you wondering about the force of Tyson's punch. The impact was self-explanatory, but allow me to paint a vivid picture for you. Tyson roared and lunged across the stage, his fist a blur as it collided with Jake's face, fueled by all his pent-up anger and pain. The impact echoed through the room, followed by a collective gasp from the audience. Security rushed in immediately, but they were too late to prevent the initial assault. It took several guards to restrain Tyson as he strained to reach Jake. The scene descended into chaos, with shouting, camera flashes, and frantic efforts to restore order. Once the dust settled, Jake Paul lay on the ground, looking as if he had been hit by a truck. His once cocky smile was replaced by an expression of shock and pain. Blood trickled from a cut above his eye, and his face began to swell rapidly. Those present remarked that it felt like witnessing one of Tyson's brutal knockouts from his prime. Even Max Kellerman, the renowned boxing commentator, was taken aback. Jake, once a promising fighter, now lay battered and broken, a victim of his own provocations. "I've never seen anything escalate this quickly at a press event," remarked one observer. The boxing community was abuzz following this incident. Evander Holyfield, Tyson's former rival and current friend, commented, "Mike's temper is well known, but I had hoped this side of him was in the past. Jake Paul pushed him too far, and now we're seeing the consequences." Jake's injuries were severe, including multiple facial fractures, a broken nose, and a shattered cheekbone. Doctors indicated that he would require surgery to repair the damage. His team issued a statement: "Jake is recovering, but due to the extent of his injuries, he will need time to heal. We are currently considering our options regarding the upcoming fight." The severity of the attack had immediate repercussions. Promoters and organizers began to question whether the July 20th fight could proceed as planned. Tyson, however, showed no remorse, stating he crossed the line. This is what happens. The boxing world was thrown into turmoil. What was meant to be an exciting showdown devolved into a real-life brawl with serious consequences. Jake Paul sought to provoke Tyson, and he certainly succeeded, albeit not in the way he intended. The aftermath left the boxing community in shock. Jake Paul, once a promising fighter, now lay battered and broken, a casualty of his own reckless words. The press conference, designed to build anticipation for the fight, turned into a chaotic scene. True to his controversial nature, Jake Paul took to social media to portray himself as a victim. He live-streamed his frustrations, his voice trembling with a mix of anger and sadness, a stark contrast to the cocky demeanor he displayed earlier. Adding to the drama, Jake began claiming he had sustained fake injuries. He posted videos showing himself with a cast and bandages, asserting he was seriously hurt from the altercation. However, these claims quickly unraveled. In one video, he said, "I dislodged my shoulder lifting a gym boulder during a sparring session. It hurts, man, and the doctor said I can't fight in this state." The implausibility of his story only further damaged his credibility. People had mixed reactions to the incident. Some fans sympathized with Jake, viewing him as a victim of Tyson's uncontrollable rage. Jake was out of line, but no one deserves to be beaten like that, tweeted one fan, expressing the sentiments of those who believed Jake received more than he deserved. However, a significant portion of the boxing community and fans sided with Tyson. They felt that Jake's provocative behavior warranted the response he received. Jake Paul promptly retracted his statement, realizing the absurdity of challenging a legend like Tyson, remarked sports analyst Stephen A. Smith. Many in this camp believed that Jake had crossed a line and got exactly what was coming to him. Jake's public rants and videos only intensified the controversy. His emotional outbursts, combined with the dubious nature of his injury claims, further polarized opinions. Videos of Jake breaking down, visibly upset and frustrated, quickly went viral. In one video, he lamented, "I don't know how this got so out of hand. I just wanted to hype the fight, not end up in the hospital." This incident also revealed the immense pressure Jake was under. Despite his confident public persona, facing a legend like Mike Tyson clearly affected him. His emotional breakdown exposed a vulnerable side that no one had seen before, complicating the narrative for the YouTube star turned boxer. As days passed, fans continued to debate on social media and in sports news. Some defended Jake's actions as part of promoting the fight, while others criticized his tactics as reckless and disrespectful. This incident underscored the fine line between hype and hostility and highlighted the real-life consequences of crossing that line in professional boxing. Do you really think Tyson would stay silent while Jake Paul fabricated all those accusations? Absolutely not. Tyson wasted no time calling out Jake on his fake injury claims. "You see that stunt he pulled with the cast, hooks and bandages? They're all fake," Tyson declared. To add to the drama, people began spotting Jake Paul out and about, appearing perfectly fine just days after the supposed incident. Jake was seen at a popular bowling alley in Los Angeles, using the same hand he claimed was injured. He was spotted at a bowling game a few days ago, using the same hand he showed on screen as injured, Tyson pointed out, emphasizing the inconsistency. The media quickly seized on these discrepancies, with headlines questioning the truth behind Jake's injuries. Tyson's relentless effort to expose Jake's alleged deceit became a major talking point. "This kid crossed every limit. I was forced to do something," Tyson said, defending his actions and underscoring that Jake's antics were not only disrespectful but also dangerous. Tyson's accusations gained credibility when Jake Paul was seen at a friend's party, participating in activities that would be difficult if he were truly injured. These sightings bolstered Tyson's claims and began to sway public opinion. The media, naturally, couldn't get enough of the unfolding drama. Sports analysts and commentators dissected every new piece of information, fueling a storm of speculation and debate. Prominent figures in the boxing world weighed in, with most siding with Tyson. Former heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis remarked, "If Jake is really hurt, why is he out there? It just doesn't add up." In response to the harsh criticism, Jake took a surprising step. He filed a $300 million lawsuit against Mike Tyson, adding a dramatic legal twist to their already intense rivalry. Filed on May 25, 2024, in the New York Supreme Court, Paul's lawsuit accuses Tyson of aggression and making life-threatening remarks. Tyson went way overboard. "He threatened my life," Paul stated in his legal filing, referencing Tyson's explosive reaction during the press conference. The legal battle between both sides has been intense and widely covered in the news. Paul's legal team contends that Tyson's actions were not only physically harmful but also constituted criminal threats. They argue that the press conference left Paul with severe emotional distress and physical injuries, which they claim have been verified by medical professionals. Tyson's defense, however, dismisses Paul's claims as exaggerated and absurd. This whole thing is a joke. They think a lawsuit and a couple of scratches are going to scare me off, Tyson scoffed during an interview with ESPN on May 28, 2024. His lawyers argue that Paul's injuries are not as severe as he alleges and that his emotional distress is merely an act to garner sympathy. The potential impact of this lawsuit on the fight's future and Tyson's legacy is significant. If Paul's claims are upheld, Tyson could face substantial financial penalties and legal restrictions, potentially affecting his ability to compete. The fight scheduled for July 20th, 2024 is now uncertain, with promoters and fans questioning whether it will proceed. Public reaction to the lawsuit has been varied. Supporters of Jake Paul argue that he has the right to seek justice for what they view as an unprovoked and violent attack. No one should be above the law, not even Mike Tyson, tweeted one fan, echoing the sentiments of those who believe Tyson should be held accountable. Conversely, many in the boxing community and Tyson's fans see the lawsuit as a tactic by Paul to avoid the fight and make easy money. Jake is just trying to cash in. He knew what he was getting into, said former heavyweight champion George Foreman in an interview with Sports Illustrated on May 30th, 2024. This perspective is shared by many who believe Paul's actions are manipulative and insincere. As the legal proceedings continue, the boxing world remains in suspense. The outcome of the lawsuit will not only determine the future of the fight, but could also have lasting impacts on the reputations and careers of both Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Fans and pundits are watching closely, eager to see how this dramatic chapter in boxing history will unfold.